peanut butter sandwich bread. Did she say peanut butter sandwich bread? She sure did. And we're going to make it. We're going to mix it in the Hamilton Beach bread machine. And we're going to use Flashman's recipe for a base. But I'm going to add my own twist. Watch me. Okay, y'all, whenever I find a recipe, a bread recipe that I want to try, well, any recipe that I want to try, I always follow the recipe pretty much 100% the first time, and then I tweak it. Well, I'm going to follow some of this recipe, and I've made this before lots of times, and I'm going to add my tweak. The recipe on the website's a pretty standard bread recipe. So we've got 1 cup of water in there, and that's an 8-ounce cup, and we've got an egg. Well, now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of creamy peanut butter. Y'all, this is no stir creamy. I just opened this. I would say it might need to be stirred there a little bit. So just a second, let me get 1/4 cup of that out of the jar. I don't know where my 1/4 cup measure is. That's a 1/3 cup measure. So that is going in the bread pan. Now the recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of sugar. But I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of sugar because I am adding 1 tablespoon of some Hershey's cocoa. Ooh, that's going to be good, folks. So let me get that in the bread pan. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of Mazola corn oil. I'm using peanut oil. So 1 tablespoon of peanut oil. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of honey. Well, I've got my Ambrosia Honey Company raw, gently filtered honey there, and that's what I'm going to use. That looks like about 2 tablespoons, don't it? In it goes. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I don't have brown sugar, but I have molasses powder here, and I'm going to use that in lieu of brown sugar. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of my Hester Hill Farms premium molasses powder. And all brown sugar is molasses mixed with sugar, so this will do the trick. 1 tablespoon. And if y'all have never tried this, it is really good. It has a very good flavor and really can substitute for molasses and substitute or make your brown sugar. The recipe calls for 3 cups of bread flour. Well, I don't have bread flour. I just have my white flour. So I'm going to use 3 cups of it. I forgot to tell you, I put salt in there down on the bottom with the water and the egg. Now the recipe does not call for it, but I'm adding about 1/4 cup of Vidal wheat gluten. It just really improves the texture of your bread. I love it. I try to add it all the time whenever I make bread. But that's Vidal wheat gluten, and I'm going to add about 1/4 cup. And since that's a 1/2 cup, and that's half of the 1/2 cup, that's about 1/4 cup. There we go. Ooh, goodness. The recipe calls for 1½ teaspoons of Fleshman's bread machine yeast or Fleshman's rapid rise yeast. Sorry, this is not Fleshman's. But I am adding teaspoon and a half. So let's get this bread pan in the bread machine and get the bread machine turned on. Okay, here we go. Cycle. We want cycle 8, that's dough. And start. So there we go, y'all. Now, like I said, y'all, the first time I make a recipe, I always try to follow it as close as possible. But I've made this recipe lots of times. And I know that my modifications that I made are going to come out good and that I'm going to like them. So we will be back in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, it beeped telling me time is up. So, look, ooh, isn't that pretty? So now I'm going to hit the stop start so that the bread machine will do the punch down. Oh yeah, that's a pretty looking dough. That's a pretty dough. So as soon as the machine gets through doing the punch down, I've got my trusty bread pan here that is the steam table pan, and I'll shape it and put it in this pan. Okay, y'all, so I got it shaped to my pan here. Now, normally, I would put it in my oven with the oven light on for an hour. But, y'all, this is a cold, blistery winter day, so I am going to let it rise for an hour and a half in my oven with the oven light on. Wish I had a proofing box, but such is life. So I'll bring you back when I bring it out of the oven after it has done its last rise. Okay, y'all, it's been an hour and a half. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, oops, sorry about that. Yes, doesn't that look nice? So now, I am going to brush it with an egg and put some sunflower seeds on top. That's not in the recipe. I'm doing it because I want to. So just a second. So I've got an egg here with a little bit of water. And get it all good and mixed up. And I'm going to brush the top. Oh, pretty, 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 pretty. Yes, sirree, Bob. Oh, yes, sirree, Bob. Look at that. That is going to be a beautiful loaf of bread, don't you know? I got it a little bit down there. I hope it don't stick too bad. So let me get this finished. And let me get the sunflower seeds on top, and I'll show you what I'm doing next with that and with the rest of this egg. Okay, I've got it brushed, but now I've got this egg. So what I'm going to do is put it in there, and I'm going to make a cake. Yeah, at the same time that I'm baking my bread, I'm going to bake a cake. Now, it's just a plain old lemon cake mix, but I'm going to take advantage of the heat from the oven. So, just a second, let me get the cake mix in there, get it mixed up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the cake all mixed up, and I'm going to put it in my other steam pan. I got 3 of these. I'm going to put it in my other steam pan here, and this is where I'm baking the cake. Okay, now this is just a regular old cake mix. This is a Pillsbury. I got this for like 25 cents, y'all. I just couldn't pass it up. It wasn't expired. It was just, I guess, just wasn't selling. So, this cake will go in the oven. My bread will go in the oven, and we'll be back in 30 minutes. Or when I take them both out of the oven. Bread's done. Now we're waiting on the cake. Now the cake's done. So we'll be back when they cool off enough where we can cut us a piece and give it a try. Y'all, it's time to cut into this bread and time to show you how good it looks and to let you know how good it tastes. I know it's going to taste good, because like I said, I've made this lots of times before. So let me cut off my first slice, and we shall see. Here you go, y'all. Ooh, let me hold it down while I finish cutting. Look at there. Look at there. Look at that. Oh, let me move this back. Look, look, look. Oh, I'm getting ready to have this for breakfast, y'all. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at that crust. Let me cut another slice. I want to turn the camera off for this one. Look. This is going to be my breakfast. This is going to be my breakfast. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I'm going to cut a couple more slices so I can make some good pictures here. And then I'll bring y'all back. Y'all, oh gosh. Again, this is excellent bread. I'm going to eat it for my breakfast, and if I eat a piece now, I'll have to only have one piece for breakfast. But y'all, I've had this bread before. It is good. Look, look, look. Let me show you. Let me show you on this piece here. Look at that crumb. Y'all, it makes grilled cheese sandwiches. Have you ever had a grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You need to try it. Have you ever had like a grilled fruit sandwich? You need to try it. Y'all, this is good. This is good bread. So, I can't help it. Oh my. Even without butter. And those sunflower seeds that I added to the top added a very nice touch. So y'all, thanks for watching. Try this recipe. It is on the Flashman's yeast website. It's peanut butter bread, peanut butter sandwich bread. Now, it's not so strong a peanut butter that you couldn't eat it with maybe like well, we don't eat ham anymore, so I can't tell you if it tastes good with a ham sandwich. But just sandwich eating, it's good. It's good. So, thanks for watching, y'all. Bye. And y'all, look at that big bite I took. It's good. Gosh. You know, I wish now I had put some seeds in the bread. But this'll work. Oh, there goes half my breakfast. Bye, y'all.